Today was the end of our, today was our day 8 in London. And we thought that we would just sit here and have one of our bedtime chats with you and talk about what we did today. It was a little bit different because every day we've pretty much had a set list. And today we did as well. But a few days ago it rained. Was that yesterday or the day before?
Day before.
It rained, and so we didn't get to do some of the things on our list, and it was Sunday, so some of the stores closed at 6 o'clock. So today was different because we finished early, and so we were able to make up and go to some of the stores that we didn't get to go to the other day. So the first thing we did was we had donuts in the room. We had reviewed some donuts the day before, and so we ate donuts instead of Mr. Kipling, and they were very, very good.
I figured they're not wrapped up, so they're gonna go bad quicker.
So we needed to eat those. I always pack some gallon-sized Ziploc bags and some regular-sized
always
Ziploc
pack
bags.
Ziploc bags.
And so when we buy any type of food, even like when we go to Disney, when we buy fudge and stuff like that, we put it in a Ziploc bag because you don't want
you don't want insects and stuff or
any kind of critters. You don't want to attract any critters to your room.
Right, exactly.
So they're safe in there. So anyway, when we left here, we headed to
the temple area.
The temple area, and we visited Go Square and saw Hodge the cat, and that was Samuel Johnson's cat, and he has the famous saying, when a man is tired of London, he is tired of life. And I actually have a red hoodie that has that on there, written on there, and I agree with him completely. So we saw Hodge the cat, the statue. We actually saw, we didn't go inside, of course, but we saw where he lived, and that was really cool. And then we headed to
the Temple Bar Memorial.
Yes, the dragon sculpture, and that's just something that you look at. A lot of things that we did today, you go and you see them. You just want to see them. You know, you might have seen them in a movie or you might have seen pictures, but you want to see them for yourself. So we saw it for ourselves, and it was a really cool dragon statue.
It's basically a pillar in the middle of the road with a big dragon.
Yeah,
on top
you can't walk up to it
because there's really cars going around it.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the road. And so
they put a lot of stuff in the middle of the road over here, just to let you know.
Yeah, they do. So you kind of have to stand to where you're not going to get hit by a car, but you don't want to be in the way of the pedestrians either, so that you can stand there and take some pictures.
It was an 8. It's big. It's a lot bigger than I was expecting it to be.
Yeah. And then we went to St. Bride's Church. And St. Bride's Church, we were able to go in, and we actually went down in the basement. It was free, completely free.
It wasn't a lot to look at, but there was some neat history of the church and the site.
Yes,
because it had been rebuilt like 4 or 5 times. The church had been built there on top of that same area.
It's very, very old, and so they had all of these displays that told the history, and it had little like things that they have dug up that they have found. The neatest thing, kind of macabre, I guess, that we saw was the coffin. There was a metal coffin, and the whole story of the metal coffin was kind of course you'll see it in the video.
Yeah, and that'll probably be in the regular video.
Yeah,
like because it wasn't long enough for by itself.
Yeah, we won't put it by itself. Yeah, it'll just be part of the day. I don't know that we did.
Of course, you'll see all this stuff already.
I don't know that we did anything today that'll be by itself.
No, probably not.
No, I think today's
this will all be maybe
just one big long
one
video.
Day. It may be one video or 2 parts.
Yeah, it may be part 1 and part 2,
Yeah,
but we won't have like just St. Bride's Church.
It was neat. It was a neat church. It was.
No one bothered us.
No.
No one was there.
The minister. Did you see her walk by? She had the collar on.
Oh,
she
when
walked
we
by,
got upstairs.
When we were leaving and she came in.
Yeah,
So she didn't even say hello or anything. She just walked around by.
And in the gift shop, they have like a little gift shop upstairs. Nobody was standing there watching the
It said on there, if you want to pay for it, go through the double doors to the office or something like that.
I said, they're very trusting, aren't they? I mean, of course, we would never touch anything.
What was it called? The Journalist Church? I think it was called the Journalist Church because I'm pretty sure that was the one, the Journalist Church, because it was the one that was the first one that had the printing press. Was that a different church?
I don't remember. I think that was the only church we went in today.
Well, then that would have been it.
Yeah.
That was because they were the first church to have a movable type printing press, so they printed all this stuff, and that's why, because they printed all this stuff.
No, I'm sure that because I don't remember going in another church.
No, then we went here.
This place
we went
was
to
annoying.
two aggravating places today.
This was one of the most annoying places. It was called Two Temple Place. TWO, Two Temple Place at Victoria Embankment.
And we found it.
We found it.
Two Temple Place.
It's absolutely beautiful, the outside of the building.
I looked it up on the internet. Just made sure that was the right building.
It says on the internet, you can go inside. It says that they have paintings on a gallery that you can go and see. We could not find our way in the place. We didn't see any. There was nothing marked. There was no plaque.
Open hours. Come on in. Entry. Nothing.
Yeah, welcome. Yeah, walk this way. Everything else where you go and they want you to visit, it'll show you come in this door or arrows or something.
Gallery hours or this to this.
We walked around the entire building. We saw one set of doors, and I tried to open the doors, and they didn't move.
That's the doorknob, by the way.
That's the doorknob. It was a huge doorknob. It was literally.
Just in case you're wondering what this meant.
Yes,
that
there
was
were
the doorknob.
Two of them, and seriously, and I went but I didn't push on them, you know.
Yeah, so it may have been unlocked, but by that time
I don't think so.
We were we didn't feel very invited, so it was like we don't feel comfortable
and it's
pushing it open.
And you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get yelled at or anything. But I'm telling you, there was nothing to let us know that you could come in there. So we just left.
So we did.
We walked around the back and everything, and couldn't find a way in, so we just left.
So if they're watching this, which I doubt they are, they need to put a sign up.
They will never watch this, but I would have loved to have seen the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we went
to Temple Gardens.
Temple Gardens,
and it was literally just a green space, really.
Yeah.
It was just not even a half circle. It was like just an arch of green space, really. It was neat. We got a couple pictures of some statues and stuff I'll put at the end.
But it was just a green
of that
space.
video, but that was it.
Yeah. Then we went to Somerset House.
That was our second frustration.
Somerset House was extremely frustrating because it's like nothing was open.
No, it's like a beautiful place, by the way.
It is gorgeous. It's very pretty. If you want some pretty pictures of the buildings and stuff like that, it has these fountains that you don't even know are in the ground.
No, we walked right over top of them.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm glad we weren't walking on them when the fountains started because they just,
but butts.
We tried to get into several buildings. They were locked.
We finally found our way into one.
And there was nothing there.
Nothing there. We walked down 2 flights of stairs, and there were some photos of somebody, and that was it.
Yeah, and you couldn't even go up to...
No, it was a long way away. It was like 10 feet away from
Yeah,
it.
they had blocked these pictures off, and it's like, well, what's the point? You can't even read about them because you're so far away, literally so far away from the writing, you couldn't have read anything about them.
No,
so
we ended up, and then they had all the doors we did see people going in. They had to have badges to get in, so they were like employees.
Yeah.
So it's like we just got frustrated with
So I thought, we'll just go in the gift shop. The gift shop didn't open until 11 o'clock.
And this was like 10.
And I told Kevin, I said, what time are these people, what time are they getting up to come to work? I mean, they're not even open until 11 o'clock.
And the tourists, are out.
Wouldn't it be nice to be able to sleep in till 11 o'clock? I mean, I just can't even imagine.
But the tourists were out. There were people out there.
Yeah.
There was a little cafe that was open because I saw people drinking coffee.
So I have no idea why they don't open earlier. That's the thing about over here. They could open earlier. Places could stay open later, and they would get the business.
No, especially certain areas.
Yes, and they must just not care. So that was frustrating because we didn't find anything. If there's something to see at Somerset House, we did not see it, and we walked around the square.
Yeah.
We did. We tried
doors.
Doors did not open for us today.
No.
So then we decided we were going to eat.
Did we eat after that?
Yeah.
No, I think we went through all that stuff and then we ate.
Okay. We went to the Freemasons Hall.
Right, which is just a building you look at.
It was just a building. We couldn't go in. There were a bunch of men in business suits.
Three-piece black business suits. Lots of black business suits around that area.
Yes, but it was a beautiful building.
It was beautiful. We had some good pictures.
I would have liked to have been able to go inside.
I know, that would have been nice.
I'm sure it's a gorgeous building on the inside, but they're not going to let tourists in there. And then we went to, then we went to Lincoln Infields. And it was another green space just in the middle of the city.
Yeah, they have tennis courts. They had a food place in the middle. They were selling breakfast and smoked wood fire. They had a wood fired oven that they were cooking stuff in.
Yeah, it smelled really good. So it was just a nice green space. Mm-hmm. And then we went to Sir John Soane's Museum,
which was right next to that.
It was right across the street. Yeah, it's right across the street from Lincoln Infields.
Mm-hmm.
I recommend, if you have not been to Sir John Soane's Museum, I would go.
It's neat.
I would go.
And if you really want to understand everything, buy a guide. It's £3.
It's £3 for a guide.
We didn't buy one, and we didn't understand a lot.
But the lady,
but the people were talking in each room about
yeah, and I think the lady told us enough about it I got it. I feel like I got it.
Yeah.
But I felt like in Sir John Soane's Museum, the way that I felt when we went a couple of years ago to Blair Castle. When we went to Blair Castle, I felt like they were very, very particular, and I felt like they were more protective than they needed to be of the place. And I felt that way today. I felt like they were very, very particular about everything they did. Everything was like a big deal. You had these plastic bags, and I had to put my purse inside the plastic bag.
Which, by the way, was about the same size as the bag I was already carrying.
Yeah, my purse, the bag is the same size as my purse.
It was bigger than yours.
So, if I'm gonna...
It didn't make...
There are no words.
I had a waitress bag is what I was carrying. I had 2 umbrellas and a sweater in it. That's all I had inside there. And he was like, you have to put that bag in this bag or check it. And I'm like...
And Kevin's
I held it up. I said, can I just hold this bag?
Kevin's like, I can take it and hold it.
Well, I held it up. I said, I can hold this bag the same as I can hold that bag. And he's like, you still have to have it in the bag. I'm like, okay.
It made absolutely...
So I literally folded my bag up and stuck it in their bag and held their bag by the handles the same way I would have held our bag.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to be mean because I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. But it's like they thought they had the Queen's jewels in there. And that's how I felt about Blair Castle. I felt like Blair Castle, oh no, photography. You can't take pictures in here. And you
well,
know.
There was a very specific reason why they didn't want you to.
They wanted to sell a book.
They had books.
They had
books,
their stuff. And they wanted you to buy a book. Yeah.
They had a professional photographer come in there and take pictures, and they wanted you to buy.
But they also had people stationed.
They did.
In every other room, like they were afraid you were going to touch something.
Grab a chair or something.
And
we'll run out with a chair.
And this place
was they were
very particular.
There was one area down in the crypt area where all the statues were, where things. It wasn't like a museum where everything's kind of like behind, like ropes and stuff. It was right. It's like right there with you, and you could easily have just went boop and pushed it over. That's what they're worried about.
They're worried about something not getting knocked over.
Yeah, so I can understand if you got a big old bag, you're carrying a big backpack around with you or something. But and they had a bunch of backpacks in that check room too.
They did. They have a check room. But the things that we have are so small. It just seemed like overkill to us.
Yeah, I've been in gift shops where stuff's much more close than that is.
They consider it to be very tight quarters. They will, if you go to the website about it and everything, they're saying what tight quarters it is. We have been in gift shops that are much tighter,
much
where
worse.
you can hardly work your way around these gift shops. Trust me, this place had nothing on those.
No. Just that one, like I said, that one area, and even it wasn't that tight.
But I can't tell you how much I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. It was neat.
Thoroughly, as funny as they were, I thoroughly enjoyed going through
They
there.
wanted you
and
to
I
have your
think
phone
you
on
should.
silent because they didn't want you to have your phone out, not watching where you're going. That's why.
It was just
No photography,
they were
no
just
video.
particular, and why you couldn't photograph,
I know.
why you couldn't video.
Well, they were selling stuff too.
They were selling stuff. Yeah, there's a reason they want to sell their stuff. But all that said, it sounds like we're really griping, but it was a
interesting.
cool place,
neat.
and I loved it.
It was free, so whatever.
Then we went to eat
Then we went to eat.
at the Edgar Wallace, and so there will be a video up of just the Edgar Wallace. You can watch from start to finish of that. Then we left there and we
decided
went
to pick up on some places we hadn't done before.
So we went to the one new change building that has a free observation area.
It's on the 6th floor.
So we go into this building, and I immediately looked, and I saw that it was a glass elevator that was going to skyrocket you
It
to
wasn't
the
that
top.
bad.
And I said, honey, you go, and I'm going to stay here and wait for you. And because I've seen Instagram photos where you're right across, and I can't wait to see your footage. You didn't take my camera, did you?
I had some pictures.
You just took pictures. I'll be darned. I should have sent you with my camera.
I asked you if you wanted me to, and you said no, just going up.
Did I?
No.
I wasn't thinking. I truly was not thinking that.
It's all right. I took some really nice
Well,
pictures.
that was stupid of me. I truly was not thinking about that.
It doesn't matter. You see the same thing on my pictures that you would in a video.
But Kevin, I sent him up to take these pictures, and I've got my camera. Now, keep in mind, people are walking around
It's
with
an
their
open
phone.
mall or whatever.
It's an open mall. Yeah, it's a shopping mall. People have their cameras out. They're taking selfies, and they're taking pictures of St. Paul's across the street without going up in the elevator. I've got my camera, and I'm pointing to the elevator saying, there goes Kevin, and I'm staying down here. And this security woman came over, and she said, you cannot film our building. And I'm like, really? And I said, actually, I'm not filming the building. I said, I'm filming my husband. I said, I sent him up in the elevator. I was filming him going up in the elevator. I said, because I won't go up there. She said, oh, you should just close your eyes and go up. And I said, no, not going to close my eyes and go up. Because once you get up there, you're still up. Anyway, so I had a conversation.
You would have been fine.
She was very nice. But what did you see when you went up there? You saw views of St. Paul's.
Yeah, but you could get. I saw the London Eye.
I can't believe I didn't give him my camera. I felt like total.
The pictures are going to show the exact same thing as your camera will show.
Okay.
It just won't be moving.
It won't be moving, and you won't hear Kevin. You won't hear Kevin talking. Kevin probably wouldn't have talked anyway.
I wasn't. I talked to the security guard up there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we went there, and then we went to Postman's Park. Postman's Park is another green area in the
It was
middle.
voted like top 10 parks
Yes,
in the city.
It was just a very
It was nice.
lush, green, pretty area.
Is that where we saw the bulldogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
We saw 2 bulldogs.
We didn't get them on film, but we did
No.
see 2 bulldogs.
And
But I think-
if I might have got them in passing, I don't know that I did.
There was
though.
a fountain in the middle. A guy was like breaking up, and
Yeah,
I think those are going to have probably stuff planted in those too. The little
probably.
they had like a flower beds or something. They had
But it's just a
planted
really
in.
nice,
It was nice.
quiet area if you're trying to get away and have a place to go for your lunch. Any of these areas that we mentioned that are green areas would be perfect to have your lunch.
I
or
don't
just-
think that one would have. Temple Gardens, I wouldn't have wanted to eat there.
Why?
There was too much stuff hanging like right over top of you. It was very closed in. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Because you literally had the path going around, and everything else was just like right on the
Yeah,
path.
so you
Whereas
wouldn't
everything else
wanna-
was open space. This was a very closed in.
Yeah.
It didn't feel inviting. It was. I mean, it was a nice park, but it wasn't very inviting. It was darker, and it was dark covered I don't know.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem as, it was very dark.
The William Wallace Memorial it's not a statue.
No, it's just a plaque.
It's a plaque on a building.
But
we found it.
It was near the spot where he was executed.
Yeah.
So that's why it's there.
And then we went to St. Bartholomew's Gatehouse. We really didn't find
We
that.
didn't see the gatehouse. We just saw St. Bartholomew's and
the church.
Yeah, I didn't really see that at all.
And then we went to Fortnum and Mason.
Yeah.
Fortnum and Mason.
We were walking towards the other one, and they're literally right next to each other.
We were walking towards Cath Kidston. But we hit Fortnum and Mason first, so we went in there, and it's like more expensive than Harrods, or more like you have Selfridges and you have Harrods. Fortnum and Mason.
A little package of biscuits were what, £10 for? You probably got 6 to 8. Maybe
I would
10.
have loved to have bought some of these. They
were
look
£10
delicious. They
each.
look so good. But yeah, they were biscuits, and they were little boxes, and literally
There couldn't have been more than 10 cookies in there.
No, and it was just expensive. It was very expensive. So £10.
But there was a lot of people.
You're talking about probably about $15 US. That's how much for one little thing of biscuits, cookies.
But people had baskets full of stuff.
Yeah. And so I told Kevin, if we stop the video and restart it, it's because our battery will go down. Because we talked too long. But we're almost done. I told Kevin, I said, we're going to buy 2 things. We'll do one video. I said, I at least want to do one review video of something from Fortnum and Mason. If they had some smaller candy bars, I would have bought those, but they didn't. They only had
they had the small candy bars, but it was a bigger pack, and it was still ended up being £20.
Yeah, because it was a big package of the candy bars. So we did end up buying a couple things in there, and then we went basically right next door is the Cath Kidston shop, and it is a very girly foo-foo.
It is. It's purely girls.
Yes, and they sell handbags and clothes, and they have a kids section, and they have
some lotions, hand lotions.
It's very expensive. They did have a sale table.
They had a lot of sale tables.
They did. I bought Amelia a little purse that I think she'll love. Amelia takes dance classes, and so I bought her a purse with little ballerinas all over it, and it was on sale. But that's the only thing I bought in there. So let me stop the video here before it stops, and I'm going to restart it. So after Cath Kidston...
And by this time it's raining pretty steadily, too.
Yeah, so we had our umbrellas out at all times. We decided we wanted to go to some souvenir shops.
A big one. We knew of one big one in town that had pretty much anything. Flags, gauntlets. I mean, they had all kinds of different stuff.
Dragons.
And it's up next to the Sherlock Holmes.
They had it all. So we took a tube just to get there.
We took a tube just to get there to Baker Street.
Yeah. And so we got there. It was called the Baker Street Emporium or something. And it closed.
Closed. Completely dark.
It was dark.
Which is a shame. That was a really good.
It
really
was
nice
an awesome one. I'm sure that I filmed in there the first or second year we went. Probably the first year.
It's probably one of the biggest ones I've seen in London.
Probably the first year that we were there, I filmed in there, and it was just huge.
I like that it had different varieties of stuff because it literally had. We bought flags there before, like you hang outside. We bought sweatshirts. We have T-shirts. They had skulls that were painted. They had goblets. They had all kinds of different stuff.
Because a lot of the souvenir shops just have the exact same thing. No matter where you go, it's the exact same thing.
Magnets, key rings.
This one had different things. And maybe that's why they went out. Maybe it was just
too much stuff.
Or the rent was too much because it was big too. It was a big building. So I spotted a souvenir shop. We walked through Regent Park, just past the water.
Walked on the outskirts, just in one section of it,
and saw the ducks and the geese, and then we were walking back to the tube because we were like, well, we're not going to find a souvenir shop, and there was one across the street, and so we went in there.
They were decent. I mean, they weren't huge, but they had some sweatshirts.
They had some sweatshirts, and that's what we bought. I bought a sweatshirt for Andrew, and if you watch the souvenir haul, I'm going to put all this in the haul. I bought me a sweatshirt because I always get a sweatshirt every trip we go on. I get a sweatshirt. So I got me one and I got Andrew one. And then we got back on the tube.
We came back to the
and
hotel.
we came back to the hotel.
Dropped off all our bags. Well, we went to W.H. Smith.
We went to W.H. Smith. When we got into Waterloo Station, we went into W.H. Smith and we found some stuff we were looking for in there. Then we came back to the hotel and dropped off our stuff. And then we went back out just very shortly to the
big red bus.
Something like that.
Souvenir. It's right down from the hotel. We go there every year. Or every time we go.
Yeah, literally, it's right down the street. They have this cat. We met the cat like 4 years ago when we first came?
Yeah, it was up on the counter at the cash registers.
And its name is Sooty. And so Sooty, we met Sooty years ago. And so
The black cat.
Kevin went in. And Kevin asked the lady there, he said, "You still have that cat?" And she said, "Yeah." How old? 18 years old. The cat is 18 years old. And so we were shopping, and all of a sudden I looked down, and there was Sooty. And
it was like underneath the clothes rack.
I talked to her, and I tried every way in the world to get her to look at me. She never moved. So I'm wondering if she's not deaf.
Might be deaf, or just ignoring you. She's probably has so many people talking to her all day long, she probably just ignores them.
I think I didn't see anyone else, but she doesn't run out the door. She doesn't like try to get up to around people.
I bet she did at one time.
I'm sure she did at one time, but I think she probably just parks it in there and nobody bothers her. So she's been around for 18 years.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah, I do too. So then we've come back to the room and we've done some reviews. And then we wanted to talk to you all about our day, but it's been a really good day.
We've looked at a lot of stuff today.
I wanted to ask you though, because it was such a different day, what was your favorite thing that we did today? Because we just did such a mixture of things.
Well, I always like to eat, but well, I do.
Okay. We're not going to even, if eating is not included at all. It has to be something that we saw or did.
Probably going to the museum.
Mine too.
Yeah, but that was really the only thing we did today. Although I really did like that overlook. It's right next to St. Paul's. I didn't realize
the new change building?
Yeah, I didn't realize how close it was to St. Paul's. Literally, St. Paul's is like right next to it. Or at least it seemed like it to
and
me.
it's a shopping mall. So not only could you go in there and get good views up at the top for free, but you could also shop in there if you chose to do that.
I like that. Oh, we didn't mention one thing. Well, after we when we were walking around before we went to Becker Street, we stopped at Acosta, and you got a hot chocolate, and I got a drink.
Well,
we were trying to figure out what we wanted to do because we kind of we'd done everything we had written down already. And it's like, what do you want to do? So that's when we decided to go to the souvenir.
And it was kind of cold, so
and I wanted to sit down for I said, just give me 10 minutes to sit down somewhere.
So Kevin
I was
wanted
carrying
to get off
bags
his
and
feet.
stuff.
So that was nice to have a hot chocolate because it was kind of cold from the rain, but it wasn't bad like a few days ago when it was rainy.
It was windy.
It was windy, and so the wind made it feel so much colder. Today, you want your phone?
Yeah, give me my phone. Today it wasn't windy, so it was still a little cool, but it was really more just a steady rain. It wasn't like drenching us with rain.
Yeah, so it wasn't. It wasn't as bad today. So yeah, it was cool outside, but it wasn't like miserable like it was the other day. It was tolerable, and it didn't start until like noon, which made 12. It really nice because the other day when it was raining, it was like right out the gate, right out the front door,
and it never really
stopped. Raining and it never let up.
It says it's not raining now.
Today at least we had half a day with no rain
and
at
it was
all.
a lot of walking around too, so I'm glad it wasn't raining through most of that. I bet you we're over 20. We have to be well over 20.
We are.
Yeah.
You want to know?
23.
No, but you're close. 22,433 steps.
Oh.
22,433.
That's a lot.
I think that's terrific.
That's a lot of steps.
Yeah.
That's a lot of walking. I did want to mention one more thing before I talk about this. You mentioned getting shirts for everybody, for people in sweatshirts and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to be aware of something. In London, at least any souvenir shop we've been in, they do not sell anything above a 2X.
I asked the guy today, I said, what's the biggest sweatshirt?
But even before that, we've never seen anything any bigger than that.
Yeah, and he said 2X. So
but their 2Xs are a little bit bigger, but it's if you wear a 3 or 4X or something like that,
it's going to be hard for you to find your size.
Well, I don't think you will find your size unless you go to a very specific store.
Yeah,
and then find just London merchandise, not a souvenir shop.
And I'm sorry to say that, but it's just not.
True.
It's just not typical.
No.
It's not typical to be able to find those sizes.
It's not. I think because I don't think there's as big a market. They would be sitting on them more.
Yes.
I think if they got a bunch of 3Xs and stuff, they would be just sitting on those without selling them. I think that's why they don't buy them. So
it's not a common.
It's not a common size. They probably sell more small, medium, larges than anything.
Right.
They keep some 1s and 2Xs here and there.
I'd say they sell a lot of extra large though.
I like an extra large just because I'm an extra large person. But if I were to buy a sweatshirt, which I didn't, but if I were to buy one, I'd get a 2X, even though I usually wear extra large. I buy 2X because I like them kind of bulky. I don't like them big.
Because he wears it over. Kevin likes the zip ups, and so
I wear them as jackets.
Yeah, so he's gonna wear it as a jacket. So his
I'm usually wearing a shirt underneath.
Yeah, so his normal shirt is like an extra large. So if he wants like a jacket, he would probably want it to be a little bit bigger.
And I don't like them tight either. So anyway, I just want.
But I love the sweatshirt that I bought. I can't wait to show you. Actually, I might wear it tomorrow, depending on the weather. We haven't looked at it yet.
Yeah.
But if it's going to be cool tomorrow, I may just wear it tomorrow.
Well, the high is 57, and it's 57 right now. That's basically.
Oh, that's not. But it's not bad outside.
No, it's not bad at all. I had a sweater this morning, but I got hot, so I took it off. So I haven't had a sweater on all day long.
I've worn every single day. I've worn these blouses, but they're thin blouses. But I have a jacket. I have
like a blazer.
A blazer. Yeah, I have a black blazer that I wear over the top of it, and I keep it on all day long. I don't. There's never a time that I take it off. So I'm comfortable all day long. It feels a little cool when I first go out, but then you get used to it. Once you're walking around in it, you get used to it.
I'll take it back. It got up to 62 today.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. It's 56 right now, and it is still raining.
It is still raining.
Yeah.
So he was wrong about it.
It hadn't updated yet. I'm sorry. Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
Yeah.
61 degrees is the high, and it says it's not supposed to rain.
That'll be nice.
That'll be nice, because we don't know what we're going to do yet.
No, for some reason.
Yeah, it's supposed to stop at like 10
o'clock. At home, when we were at home, we thought we had planned for.
Well, we had. Then we took one of the days things off. What we were going to do.
We did,
and we just never had it back
We
on.
didn't replace it with anything.
We just never dug.
So tomorrow is a completely free day. So tonight, whereas normally we would just look at the list and be like, "Oh, we're going to do that stuff." We're going to have to actually sit here tonight.
There's some museums that we haven't been to. We didn't go to the British Museum this year.
Oh, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
Which we may or may not go to.
There's some stores that I would like to still go to. I think Kevin's finished with the stores. But there's some stores that I would really like to go in. So we may. He does this every time, though. He does. The police are back out. He does this every single time, though. He gets to the point. But I like a good gift shop. I love the gift shops.
I think it's neat to go looking around. I don't like to carry it. I don't like to try to fit it in our luggage.
But can I just say that I always offer to carry.
I don't want you to carry that around. But I also don't like to carry.
He won't let me carry anything.
I don't want to any more luggage than we have to through the airport. So the more food we buy, the more likely I'm going to have to put 2 carry-ons instead of just 1.
And you know
we're
what?
Already up to 1.
I thought of something the other night. I thought, you know what? We're going back through New York, and I saw some stuff. I would love to have one of those sweatshirts from New York. Yeah, but I can carry that.
We can put that in a carry-on.
Yeah, they'll let me. I could carry that over my arm like a jacket.
We'll be in New York for like 3 hours. So.
Yeah, they have those shirts that say "I heart New York"
and
stuff.
That'd be
cool. Yeah. So I would love to have one of those, and I might even find a couple of souvenirs for Andrew and Christina there. You never know, because I saw all kinds of stuff going through there, so I can't wait to go back.
Well, I would just like to keep the luggage down to the bare minimum. And right now, we could get 1 carry-on and 2 check bags. Right now, if we buy too much more,
We brought 4 bags.
right?
We have 2 large bags, and
Then we check.
right, and we put our 2 small bags inside those 2 big bags. So we brought 4 bags, but really we only had to take care of 2 because the little ones were inside the big ones. Now we've taken them out, and Kevin's hoping that we'll get away with 3 bags.
Yeah, we already have a check bag for sure. I mean, a carry-on bag for sure.
For
1.
sure, 1. Because we have 1 full bag of food.
Yeah,
Food and souvenirs.
Yeah. We usually think what's funny is the carry-on bag that we carry around with us is just dirty laundry.
It's dirty laundry.
Because we don't have to. Well, we always worry about it. If you're carrying it with you through security checkpoints and it's a bunch of food, we always worry they're going to pull us aside because it's got food and stuff like that. Whereas a check bag, they're going to look at it, but then, if they want to open it and look and see if it's chips and stuff, they can see that without pulling us to the side.
Right,
So
exactly.
if they want to pull our dirty laundry out, go for it.
I would die.
Yeah, you go pull my underwear out of that bag. Go ahead.
They're going to be
A couple of them.
Those clothes are going to be that bag's going to be stinky this year when we get home. Because of wet socks. Because the other day they got wet, and I told Kevin, I said, it's going to be like when you went off to summer camp as a kid and your clothes were wet and your bathing suit.
Yeah.
And you didn't know any better. And you threw it all together, and you would get it home and it would smell horrible. It smelled like death. And your mom
would pick these socks up that started white, now they're green.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be like when we get home, except guess what? I'm mom.
You have to wash them.
Yeah, I have to wash them. So, anyway, we'll quit gabbing. We'll let you go. I hope you enjoyed the video, and tomorrow's our last full day.
And it'll be
here.
a surprise for you and us.
Yeah, because we have no idea what we're going to do. So, we'll see you tomorrow.